What's going on, everybody? This is Catfish on Ice, episode 147, with your host Chad Minton and Rich Howe.
What's
and
up?
our good buddy Kyle Perkins will be hopping in just a few minutes to join us on episode 147, presented by DraftKings and also presented by Raycon wireless earbuds and other awesome headphones. How are you doing tonight, Rich?
Well, I'm watching hockey on television, so
it's pretty good then. I'm guessing you're having a pretty good night.
Everything's right as of right now. So
how
awesome.
Amazing and glorious is it to have doubleheader Preds hockey?
I know, right?
This is I can get used to this, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like you get to watch one game, and then we had to wait an hour to watch game
like
two.
That. Yeah, for real. Yeah. The big boys are playing in game two. So
yes. Game two is currently going on right now. We'll keep an eye on it. I think Rich has it on in the background.
I do have it on.
Give us an update. The Preds still winning 1-0?
They are still winning 1-0. They're currently showing the hardest shots for the team. All 5 positions are held by Philip Forsberg. His fastest was 92.2 miles an hour.
I got to tell you, these micro stats that they're sharing during the broadcast, I can't get enough of it. I mean, it's so – you're seeing like the fastest skater, the hardest shot, who has done the longest shift, who has skated the farthest in terms of footage. I think I saw that, like feet or whatever. I mean, I can get used to this.
I couldn't remember who skated the most in the first game. But yeah, it was crazy. So pretty exciting. I like all this.
Thank you, everyone who's going to be joining us throughout the live stream, whether you're following us on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button if you could. That helps a ton. Or if you're watching on Twitter, give us a follow. Comment on the live stream. We love posting the comments up on the screen.
Yes.
Got a really good, quick, short and sweet live episode tonight. And then we've also, at the very end of episode 147, we had about a 30-minute interview with Aaron Sims, who is the radio announcer for the Milwaukee Admirals. Aaron Sims has been covering the Admirals as their radio announcer for 18 years, Rich. 18 years.
That is insane.
And can I just tell you how awesome Aaron was. I cannot wait for y'all to hear the interview at the end of this episode. Download the podcast tomorrow to catch the interview if you're watching live right now. He gave us so much knowledge, not just about the current Admirals team, but he went back and talked about some of the players he met who were eventual Preds all-time greats. Go follow at Aaron Admirals on Twitter. He was just so outstanding.
Good follow. Yeah, for sure.
Great guy for jumping on with us. So that will be at the end of this episode. We got to do our Catfish on Ice hockey fantasy league draft, and I'm going to go ahead and say it. I am the worst league commissioner since Gary Bettman.
I don't know. I kind of enjoyed.
Because I totally screwed up our draft order. We did a live draft drawing in the last episode, and I completely screwed it up. So first of all, give everyone a quick little update. I do live in Tampa Bay, St. Pete area, and unfortunately, we got a pretty big hurricane heading our way here. I've only lived here for a little over 2 months, and Tampa Bay has not been hit by a direct hurricane in over 100 years. But guess what? Mr. Chad moves down here, and guess what? We get ourselves what could be a Category 3 hurricane, which is pretty high up there. So I'm getting my first taste of being a Floridian and having to prep for a hurricane. With that and preseason Preds hockey, doing the interview with Aaron, and then all the other life stuff that you got going on, it slipped my mind to reset the draft order in our fantasy league for Yahoo. And so it's too late to change it now. And so Yahoo did a randomized draft order, and I think Rich is the big winner out of all of this.
I am. So when we did the live drawing, I was 12th.
He can't make this up.
Sweet justice.
Poetic justice for Rich Howe. And Lankinen's burner account is the name, which Kevin Lankinen had himself a pretty solid night in net.
It doesn't look like it's going to be Connor Ingram's year.
So Kevin Lankinen not only had himself a really good preseason outing, but his team that he's managing for Rich, Lankinen's burner account, got the first overall pick. So it's a pretty good night for Kevin Lankinen, all things considered.
Yeah, he played really well. That's one of the things I was going to talk about real quick.
Yeah, so we're going to do our preseason recap here. We're going to recap game 1. The Preds did lose 4-3 in overtime, which, it's just
on the last second of the
It's going to be okay, guys. It's just preseason, right? The live score isn't as big of a deal, let's share some stuff here. We've got some commenters in here. I'll go ahead and put them on the screen here. We got Mike Twitter on. Let's see. He says, my brother in town in Nashville and went to the game tonight for $1.
Yeah, I heard they were just letting people in, so that's awesome.
So, yeah, I heard the crowd is great. I don't care how cheap the tickets are. A Monday night preseason game, and I'm hearing the Preds fans really loud, making some noise.
Definitely. You can't
so that's awesome. We've got Lindsay in here, our awesome friend Lindsay. She says, hi, friends. Hello, Lindsay. And a personal apology to Lindsay for messing up the draft order. She's in our draft league. Thank you, friends, for joining us on this live episode here, episode 147. We are going to do our draft live on this episode, just like we did last year. So that'll be a lot of fun. We're it's coming up here in about 10 minutes is when the draft picks start happening. I fell all the way back to the 11th pick after I had the 4th pick. So it didn't work out great for me. At least we know that it's not rigged because the commissioner actually fell back to the 11th pick. So I don't want to hear
poor Kyle, man. He's in 12th now. He was like 2nd or 3rd.
I'm so sorry. Kyle. But he's the defending champion. He'll be just fine.
Absolutely.
We're going to recap the doubleheader of the preseason. We're going to keep following the current Preds preseason game 2. Forsberg has the goal in tonight's game. Beauty. And that was one of those hard forechecking. Matt Duchene forces the Panthers turnover in the zone. Forsberg gets loose in the slot, and he does one of those snipers.
Snapped it, man. It was a beauty. I'm guessing that was the 92.2.
Kyle's in here. What's up, Kyle, my man?
Are you talking about Phil's goal where Kiefer Sherwood pulled the move to get him the puck?
Yes, but let's not forget Duchene, who forced the giveaway. He chipped the puck. It was just a great team effort all the way around on that play to get Forsberg the goal. Kyle, you're not too mad at me, right? Have you heard the news?
I just saw.
So I wasn't aware as league commissioner that after an hour before the draft, you can't change the draft order. I wasn't aware of that. So I'm so sorry, Kyle.
Well, I'll say this. As reigning champion, apparently y'all need all the handicap you can get.
I'm picking 11. Dude, I'm picking 11, so I don't want to hear it, Kyle. I'm picking 11, so it didn't help me either.
I'm pretty sure I know who orchestrated this.
Yeah.
By looking at the order.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy theory.
Worked out pretty well, I think, didn't it?
Look at Mr. Grins up there.
I think Rich hacked into the league somehow. He used his he found a computer hacker somewhere out there to go in there and manufacture the draft order.
That's it.
Mr. Rich Howe is pulling out all the stops here this year.
And I haven't done any research or anything, so
I did 2 mock drafts.
I might wait.
That are now useless.
Yeah. We're just trying to keep you fresh here, Kyle. That's all we're trying to do,
You'll be fine.
I mean, winging it worked last year, so
it did work for you very well. Okay, so as the draft is about 6 minutes away, let's go ahead and get into the first preseason game. Talk about it here. I thought, despite the score and the Preds lost, whatever. At least they got the preseason overtime point, so we should be so happy about that.
Yeah.
But anyway, all joking aside, I thought they played pretty well. It was pretty sloppy, to be expected. The passing was a little off timing. It took some time. You look at that game 1 roster. You've got a lot of players who are pushing for a roster spot from that first game. Connor Ingram stumbled a little bit, gave up a couple goals. And then we saw Devin Cooley come in. I shared it from the Catfish and Ice account. All I can think of is when Oprah gave everyone a car, and that one time gave her audience a car. I feel like that's I think that's how Preds fans feel about goaltenders these days. It's like, you get a goaltender, you get a goaltender. We all get goaltenders because
so many goaltenders.
I can't keep up with them all. Devin Cooley looked really good coming in for Ingram in that game.
What?
Are y'all watching the game right now?
Yeah, Askarov just got railed, and they thought they scored, but they did not score. So now Preds are on a power play.
Good stuff.
Crazy.
So Kyle, now that we got you in here, and then we'll go around. We'll go to Rich, then I'll close it out. Let's just your top takeaways from the first game of the preseason doubleheader. Just
from the first game?
Yeah.
Juuso Parssinen is good at hockey.
Can't leave him out.
What did he have? 2 assists and a goal, I'm pretty sure.
He had the breakaway goal that was really pretty. He showed his finishing ability there, which is just no pun intended, by the way, because he's Finnish. But the finishing ability there was awesome. So you love to see that. He's basically carrying over his really strong rookie camp into his first preseason game. Mm-hmm. So great stuff from Juuso Parssinen. His stock just keeps rising and rising.
Yeah, he's becoming he's been my guy for a while. We already
knew that, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he's been my guy for a hot minute, but he is making one heck of a case to get himself on this roster. And Kiefer Sherwood's doing a heck of a job of it in this game.
He's a new name that people are starting to learn very quickly. Yeah, he looked great.
Johansson and Niederreiter.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was what I was going to say. Yeah. That's what I couldn't wait to see. And all three of us speculated, the weeks leading up to the preseason about, what we kind of expected, and definitely a Niederreiter Johansson combination for sure. And so that's my biggest takeaway actually from the first game is getting to see them play together and seeing how quick they can pick up that chemistry. And it looked really good. It did. Some people were upset about one play where Johansson could have shot the puck and instead he decided to make a pass. But I think it was a good play. People are always going to give Johansson flack when he doesn't shoot. That's just he's never going to escape that. But he's a puck distributor. That's what he is. And it was great to see him put 26 goals in the net last year. But he's still always going to be a distributor. He made the right hockey decision, I think, to get Niederreiter there, and it just didn't work out. But eventually he ends up tipping a goal in from a Niederreiter shot in that first game. So, that connection looked really strong. Okay, you got to feel excited about that.
Prez just scored a power play goal. I didn't see who did it.
Was that? I think it might have been Janot.
Give us a bang. Who gets someone better put a bang on the screen.
First one of the year?
Did we forget to do the bang when we're watching games live, people? Come on, Mike Twitter. Mike Twitter, I know you're in here, man. Mike Twitter's slacking.
It was
that was Cody Glass.
Glass, yes.
Heck yeah.
There you go. We'll take that.
And he's on the first power play.
Well, Cody Glass has been getting time with Forsberg and Duchesne tonight. How about
that? So that's telling you something right there. It's like, hey, kid, we're going to give you these two. Do something.
Mm-hmm.
Has Granlund played today? Granlund was.
I don't think Granlund's in. Granlund, Saros, and Yossi are the three ones that aren't playing tonight.
Yep. First goal of the season.
I don't think Afanassiev's in either, right?
No, he was in the first game. He was just invisible.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
He had one really good. He had one really good shot that if it would have went in, it would have been beautiful, but he just missed it. Wide left.
Yeah. I worry that Igor's going to push too hard and he's going to hurt himself in that manner.
Yeah. There was a lot of special teams work in game one, that's for sure. And I thought the penalty kill did well. Defensively speaking, I thought that was the best part of game one. I know the Preds scored 3 goals, so it looks like they had maybe a lot of offense, but it was choppy. The offense was very choppy, but the defense I thought looked really good. Dante Fabro, he is up against it this year. I know it's just preseason, but with no Ekholm, with no Yossi, and with no McDonough in that first game, Dante Fabro needed to go out and have a very impressive first game of the preseason, and I thought he did so. He had over 25 minutes of ice time, guys. So he led the team by far in ice time. The coaching staff gave Fabro that chance to go out there and be a leader, a defensive quarterback, if you will. And I thought he did a pretty good job. He really stood out in a positive way, blocked 4 shots in the game, played a prominent role in the penalty kill. So I'm very encouraged with what I saw from Dante Fabro defensively. Mark Borowiecki played in that game as well. So those were your 2 elder statesmen, if you will, who played defensively in that game one.
Man, I've got 1 minute to pick a player.
All right, Rich.
What about Spencer Stastny, though?
Who should I get?
Stastny looked really good. All right.
I need some help.
We are the 2022 Catfish on Ice Hockey Podcast League is live.
Yep.
It is live, and Lankinen's burner account is on the clock for the first overall pick.
Who should I get? I don't know.
We're not going to share anything with you because you shouldn't even have the first pick. You shouldn't be picking for another 30 minutes.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do anything wrong. All right.
Honestly, if I was in your position, it would be I wouldn't just be picking. I wouldn't automatically pick McDavid. I'm telling you right now, if I was in your position,
well, guess what?
It would be a different.
I'm not.
Who did he go?
What?
I'm waiting for the pick to come in.
Yeah, I clicked it. It's not letting me take it.
What do you mean it's not letting you take it?
I clicked on the person and it didn't do anything. That's not.
Did you wait too long?
No, I was clicking on it. Okay.
Apparently, you are technologically. So he has Connor McDavid.
That's not who I wanted.
Who'd you want?
I wanted to take Austin Matthews.
This is a disaster right here. The Catfish and Ice 2022 league is off the rails, and we're only 1 pick in.
Why is it not?
All right, wait. Who just took the? Let's see. This draft is moving way too fast, everybody. All right.
Well, I want to know what I did wrong. Click the star icon next to the player you want to add. Okay. That's what I did. I didn't click the star. Daggone it.
Oh my gosh.
Whoever got Austin Matthews, I will trade you for Connor McDavid right now.
This draft is moving so fast. We're already at the 7th pick, guys.
Nobody's taking Kaprizov.
All right. CJ Squeegee's best team took Cal McCarr. No shocker there.
Nobody's taking
Shesterkin. We've got UC Saros up right now.
You've got Vasilevsky, Kucherov, Shesterkin, Ovi.
I would grab one of those goaltenders quick.
One of the newest teams of the league, Pekasaurus, took Nathan McKinnon with the 3rd pick.
Mm-hmm.
Good pick by Liz there. I think that's a really solid pick for her.
Yep.
All right, I got the picks in front of me now, everybody. All right. Austin Matthews went number 2 to Justin Gambino. The Gambinos is what we're going to call his team. Nathan McKinnon goes number 3 to Pekasaurus. Nikki takes Leon Draisaitl at number 4, and Cal McCarr has been taken by Squeegee.
Kirill Kaprizov is off the board.
There you go. Good pick there.
I'm not going to be picking for a while.
That is the downside to having the first pick is you have to wait a long time to get your next pick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jersey King is up next. That's Chris.
Let's
see what he decides to do.
Yep. We'll find out.
Man, we are off the rails with this league already.
Oh, man. Justin Gambino, if you're listening, I will trade you straight up Connor McDavid for Austin Matthews right now.
I just can't believe.
I didn't read the directions. It's my fault.
You got to read the directions, Rich. All right, Nikita Kucherov goes number 7 to the Jersey King. Mikko Rantanen goes to Max Greenberg's team.
All
right. Who is up? We've got
nobody's.
Matt Hardesty is up now with the 9th pick.
Nobody's pulling the trigger on those goaltenders.
I better figure out who I'm going to freaking pick now. What the hell am I doing? I'm
You're
not
going
even
to
paying
take
attention here.
You're going to take Shesterkin. You know you are.
I don't know what I'm. Nah. I do not like the Yahoo app here. It is not agreeing with me at all.
Kind of weird.
I'm not a fan of it so far.
Yeah.
I feel like it's changed a lot.
It does look different. But,
All right, I'm up.
You're up.
I'm up here.
Huby's off the board.
Huberdeau is up. Out Ovechkin.
Lindsay took Jonathan Huberdeau. What do you
Matt Hardesty took Ovechkin. That's. I don't think it's a horrible pick, but at the same time, it's a little risky to go 9th overall with him.
No.
But in my opinion.
It's all right.
All right. I've got some tough choices here. I've got 2 of the league's best goaltenders, Vasilevsky and Shesterkin, around. I've got Barkov. I could go Victor Hedman. I could go. Oh, I've got some good choices here. I'm happy with what I got to choose from. You know what I'm doing?
Oh, I'll tell you what
I'm going to go ahead and take Matthew Tkachuk.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, it's not a mistake, sir.
You screwed up, sir.
Matthew Tkachuk is the first pick. We've got Yaroslav's Molotov, which is Kyle Perkins, up to pick.
Who's he taking?
Don't you take who I want, Kyle. I've got another pick in the holster to really make me feel good about my first 2 picks. You better not steal my thunder, dude.
Why is it not clicking?
You got to click the star. The star.
I clicked the star. I've clicked the star like 8 times.
Oh, if this screws me, I'm going to be mad.
Are you telling me?
Did you not get it?
No, it's not doing anything.
Oh, it just told me. Like it's letting you.
Is it not working on the desktop?
Oh,
is that the problem?
Whoa! I got it.
How'd you do it? What'd you do?
You took Roman Yossi, you asshole.
Oh.
That's who I was gonna take, Kyle.
Sorry, children who may be listening to the podcast.
I'm sorry.
Strategery, gentlemen. Strategery.
I should have said butthole. I'm sorry.
You got to pick again, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
How did you do it? Like, what did you do?
There's a big red draft button that pops up by their name.
Oh, imagine that. A big red draft button.
Where?
That's all you have to push. What a novel concept.
I'm not seeing that.
I rolled with him last year. I'm going to take him this year.
Who'd you take? You took Igor Shesterkin. Wow.
Hey, so now tell me how to do this because I'm not seeing a.
It won't do it right now.
Tough decision to make here.
Like, where do you click? You're not helping me on purpose, are you?
No, it's up at like the very tippy top. Are you doing it on your PC or are you on your app?
I'm doing it on my app.
Okay, on the PC, up at the very top, like you'll have the player's name, and then there's a big open gray spot. Whenever you're drafting, there'll be a big red draft button right there.
It says my queue. That's all it says.
All right, guys.
Yeah, to the left of that.
All right, fellas. I went with Andre Vasilevsky. That was my plan B since Kyle took Roman Yossi from me.
Oh, who scored? Colton Sissons.
Oh, look at that.
Colton Sissons
scored.
Goal. What's the score now in the game?
3-0.
3-0. So I said, as we roll through this draft here, what I said going into game 2 was really where I cared about the scoreboard a lot more, just because you do have a lot more of the core part of this lineup playing in this game. So it was very important to see the Preds actually show us something in this second game here. And it looks like they've done that. They're playing very well.
Why does it say that UC Saros is day-to-day next to his name?
Because he was injured at the end of the year last year.
He just hasn't updated it.
That's dumb.
Lindsay takes Adam Fox. Always a solid
excellent
pick.
Selection right there.
Great selection by Lindsay.
There's
I thought about taking.
There's some folks up here that I'm surprised haven't gone.
Oh yeah, there's still. Victor Hedman goes to Matt Hardesty. Max Greenberg takes Barkov. We're moving along. This is fast. I remember a lot. So Rich, do you not remember last year the draft taking a lot longer?
I do. It seemed like it took forever.
This
for
is
some
like
reason.
rapid fire going on here.
I think everybody just knows what they're doing. Except me, obviously.
Except for you.
Jeez, man. It sucks. We'll see.
All right, so we're kind of talking about, as we go through the draft, who is standing out through the first 2 preseason games. I brought up Dante Fabro. We brought up Yuso Parsonen. Rich, got another player for us maybe that you've noticed tonight?
Second game, Lankinen, man.
Yeah, you got to throw him some. You got to throw him some love.
He played really, really well. I hate to say it, but I think Connor Ingram's not going to be. It's not going to be his year. You only get a certain amount of opportunities in these preseason games, and I think Connor might have.
It's just
that one that got in on him though. The one that like hit his stick and bounced weird. Mm-hmm. I don't count that one against him. The other one though,
he's kind of fighting. He's fighting a losing battle because I mean, can you really see the Predators after going through all that trouble to sign Lankinen over the offseason?
No.
What are they going to do? Send him to Milwaukee? No. Yeah. So it's just it's a hard situation to figure out.
And we all heard the crowd go wild when Askarov got put in.
It was awesome.
I mean, the writing's just on the wall. I mean, it's just unfortunate.
The hype machine is real. It's legit. Is real. It's warranted. It's great. I mean, fans are just foaming at the mouth.
They sure
for
are.
Yaroslav Askarov content.
They sure are.
It's just he's living up to it so far.
Yep, absolutely.
Mitch Marner off the board.
By the way, Chris is a big Flames fan, so he stuck true to his colors and took Markstrom, goaltender for Calgary, who is absolutely a Vezina-worthy goaltender. So good pick from Chris. Some goaltenders are starting to fall off the board here. I went ahead and took Andre Vasilevsky.
Imagine that.
Shesterkin went to Kyle Perkins, and Markstrom went to Chris's team. So we've got 3 goaltenders off the board.
Yep.
And Rich is wondering if he's ever going to get to pick again.
I am.
He's been waiting so long.
2 coming up in a row.
At least you have
row are nice.
At least you have McJesus. All right, you'll be fine.
That's not who I want. I'm going to trade Justin if he'll do it. He might not do it though.
Right. As the league commissioner, I will allow it.
I will allow that.
If anybody's silly enough to trade away Connor McDavid, we'll allow it.
I'm probably silly, I've definitely got to be the worst league commissioner since Gary Bettman.
I want
for messing up the whole thing.
I wanted Austin Matthews, man.
Fired.
I think this is his year.
Who wants to be vice commissioner and they just take over for me for screwing this whole thing up? All right.
It's fine.
Panarin goes to Squeegee 300, which is CJ.
Ooh.
Sidney Crosby. Sid the Kid. Used to be called Sid the Kid anyway. Sidney Crosby goes all the way back at the 21st pick to Nikki.
Almost middle-aged man.
Nikki, one of our newest teams, takes Sidney Crosby.
Sid carried me there for a little bit.
Oh! And
Saros.
Pekka Saros, which is Liz's team, the other newest team, the expansion team in our league. She takes UC Saros. That is so perfect for her team name being Pekka Saros.
Yeah,
she takes UC Saros. That's perfect.
For sure.
I got to say, the average pick among Yahoo leagues has Saros going around the 42nd pick. So she took Saros 20 picks sooner than the average.
Jano just got one.
That's what I just saw.
Bang. Give us a bang somebody. Where's all the bangs at? We're getting
nobody in here. All right, so I have a person who I might be able to pick highlighted, Kyle. So now what happens?
Oh, my gosh.
You got to wait for your turn?
Yeah, I know.
It's not your turn yet.
I know, but I have him highlighted on the screen.
Well, you can set players in your queue as well. So like if you can pick the first player you want to take.
Got it now.
You see the big red button?
I got it.
Philip Forsberg goes to the Gambinos. We got some Preds players just falling off the board right now.
Oh, that was
So now
Rich took shocker, he takes Pasta.
Smart. It's gonna have big.
There's one out of my queue.
Man, this is tough right here.
I also meant to set the draft time higher than 1 minute per pick. I screwed that one up too.
That's all right. I think
1 minute. That's probably why the draft is moving so fast. Is because last year I think we had 2 minutes to pick.
I don't know about this one, but I'm going to do it.
1 minute is fast.
Hey.
Demko. I had Demko last year, Rich, and he was very streaky for me.
Yeah, it was him or obviously Hellebuck's next in line, but
I think I would have taken Hellebuck personally.
Yeah, I know.
But that was tough. But you had to get yourself a goaltender this late in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Ottinger was still out there too.
I would have taken Ottinger, yeah, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You had to get yourself a goaltender. So it's. Demko's good. Hey, Demko's got elite talent. Demko's good. He was on my team last year, and he did pretty good for me. So
we'll see what happens. I think some folks are auto drafting too, so it's
it's always understandable.
It's going to run down the whole minute.
All right, who is the juicers? Who is that again? Who are the juicers?
I don't remember.
It's Kyle Connor.
Because the juicers has Austin Matthews, Forsberg, and Kyle Connor. So they've got themselves.
Oh, that's Justin, right?
They've got themselves 3 very elite goal scorers.
Ooh, Liz takes Nazem Kadri.
That's a good pick.
Nikki takes Johnny Gaudreau, the newest member of the Columbus Blue Jackets. That trade, that whole situation still blows my mind. I keep forgetting that Johnny Gaudreau just blew out of Calgary and went to Columbus of all places.
Yep, and New Jersey.
It's one of those things. It's one of those money. It's one of those off-season stories that I keep forgetting about. Like,
it's going to be weird. It's going to be strange, but what are you going to do?
All right. So, are we taking away some? How much stock do you take into these first two preseason games? Do you think the players really care that much as far as the result? Do you think it's really just all about just working on systems and working on? I mean,
systems and chemistry.
Yeah. That's what I was getting ready to say because after the first game, they talked to Ryan Johansson and he scored one of the goals. He said that was good, but he said, as a line, they were sloppy, had some stuff to work on. So I think that's what what you can take away is they want to work on, stuff with their possible line mates, which pretty sure it's going to be Johansson and Niederreiter.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Well, I think another big thing to look at is Ekholm and McDonough playing together. Because you got 2 left shot Ds, one of them's having to play right hand, and I'm pretty sure it's Matthias that's playing right hand.
They talked about that I read it somewhere too, that apparently John Hines called Matthias Ekholm and said, "Hey, we got a chance to get Ryan McDonough. Would you be okay with switching to the right side?" And he said, "Oh yeah, absolutely." He said, "I will do whatever if we can get a shot at a guy like that." So
yeah.
I mean, these early line combinations are kind of what we've all been speculating, not just Johansson Niederreiter, but getting to see McDonough and Ekholm. I mean, those
two
look
good together.
They look so good, man. They complement each other so well.
Did you see the play earlier when somebody went to check McDonough and it just crumpled him and McDonough just stood there?
I did see that. He stood him up, yes.
It's just like, oh, my God.
Yeah,
he's
Willie
just solid.
Yeah,
he's gonna be a wall. He's gonna be a brick wall. Man.
He said it looked like no, it was Hal Gill. He said I think McDonough went a little easy on him there a little bit since it's a preseason game.
Yeah, he didn't hit him. He just stood there.
Just kind of ran into him.
But he's so solid. It just like
for sure.
He looked like when Wile E. Coyote runs into the fake tunnel. This is what it looked like.
Absolutely.
Brady DeChuck goes to
that's
Roman's Empire. That's an interesting pick.
Oh, I had him queued.
Really? I've got 2 players queued right now, and I'm gonna be really upset if both of them get taken. All right, I'm up next.
I need to queue.
Lindsay's on the clock. Lindsay's picking right now. We're at the 34th pick. This first round is moving quick, everybody. This is episode 147 of Catfish on Ice, presented by DraftKings and Raycon. Promo code THPN for DraftKings offers and promo code THPN15 for 15% off your first order from Raycon wireless earbuds.
I've still got a long way.
All right. Lindsay's taking her time here, so I think Lindsay's definitely picking right now because she's thinking about it. She's running that clock down.
Oh, they just
about her pick.
Oh, that's it.
Askarov is enjoying himself. Did you see his little hands up?
Lindsay takes Jake Ottinger.
Smart.
Ooh.
I think that's a good pick for her. All right. I'm taking a little bit of a chance here with this pick. All right. But I think you got to take chances. You got to. Y'all might crucify me for this pick, but I don't care. I am going with
Patrick Kane.
A player in his new home, and I think he's going to really break out in his new home. Alex DeBrincat.
Oh, that's good.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ottawa. I think Ottawa's going to be an under-the-radar breakout team this year, and Alex DeBrincat is joining a team that's got a lot of interesting young players who can put the puck between the pipes. So feel pretty good about it. That was my other pick I was thinking about. Zibanejad. Sure. I was thinking about taking him, but I went to DeBrincat.
For sure. That's a good one. There are a lot of goaltenders still up there.
Yes, there are.
I mean, there's like a lot.
Oh, this one's harder.
Oh, I forgot you have another one. You got 20 seconds.
I was going to take Zibanejad if you didn't, Kyle. That's the second time you've stolen a player from me. Great minds think alike, sir.
Oh, man.
Lindholm. No. Okay. All right. I'm up. And no, I'm not going to take Mark Borowiecki this early. I know I said I was going to take him.
That was more of a panic pick, and I see the one I should have took.
All right. I am looking over centers right now because I have not picked a center yet. Let's see what I want to do here.
Forsberg first star.
Man, this 1 minute clock to pick.
I know, man.
Tough.
It's crazy.
All right.
It's hard to like.
I'm taking another risk here, but I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm going to go with Tavares of the Maple Leafs.
There you go.
It's going to be a high scoring team. They're going to produce a lot of offense. He's going to pile up the points.
I had him last year. I think he did really well.
So I'll take it.
He got hurt.
I had to act fast.
I do remember that.
I like my top 4 picks. I said that last year too, though, and I don't know how it ended for me. But you always feel good when you make your picks. You're like, I like my team, and then it all crumbles after the first 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're like, what did I do?
What was I thinking?
Why did I do this? I think I picked Marc-Andre Fleury really early, and he got hurt or something. Didn't play for a long time. I remember that.
Pedersen goes to Lindsay's team for Vancouver. He's a high point scorer. Good pick for her. We are going to carry this draft for a little bit longer before we get you to our interview with Aaron Sims, radio announcer for the Milwaukee Admirals. Was just a really fun interview with him. And he said that he is definitely going to join us later in the season to update us on what's going on with the Admirals.
Matt with the Crides pick.
That's a good pick.
Smart.
All right, while we roll along with this draft, let me tell you about our sponsors first. Let's talk about Raycon. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of really good podcasts, and you've got to have good earbuds to listen to your podcast. You've got to have your Raycon wireless earbuds to do it. They are the best. They're the best earbuds out there. Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with optimized gel tips for the perfect in-ear fit. These earbuds are so comfortable and they will not budge. Raycons give you 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life, which is just, I mean, that's a really long time for earbuds to last.
It is.
Raycons are priced just right. You get quality audio at half the price, and not only do you get a good price, but if you use our promo code, you already get 15% off on top of the great value that they already have. It's no wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews, 3 customable sound profiles, earbud tap functions, noise isolation, awareness mode, so many features. I love using the earbud tap functions. You can quickly hit your earbuds to adjust the volume, to change different modes. It's just the technology is amazing with Raycon. So go to buyraycon.com today and use code THPN15 to get 15% off your Raycon order. That's code THPN15 at buyraycon.com to score 15% off. Buyraycon.com, code THPN15
Raycon
for your wireless earbuds. Great for listening to podcasts. I can personally endorse that for sure.
Good stuff.
All right, what's going on? What did I miss, guys?
Svechnikov.
Okay, the Canes are going to pile up the goals.
John Carlson.
Kyle, what did you do? Lindsay says Kyle. No, what did you do? What did you do this time?
I think he took.
I took Elias Lindholm. Did she want Lindholm?
That's got to be what it was.
I think that's probably what it was.
Got to be what it was.
Nobody wants Patrick Kane. Why is that?
Because Chicago's going to be so bad.
Yeah, but he's going to be. Yeah, but he's going to be the best player on the team. He'll probably get a lot of scores.
You haven't drafted him either, Rich.
All right, looking over. So the Preds win game 2 4-0.
I'll take it.
That's pretty awesome. Forsberg scores first. He got the Preds on the board first in game 2 of this doubleheader. That was just some great hockey we saw there to produce that first goal of the game. I noticed a big difference between game 1 and game 2 when it came to just more crispness, a lot of crisp passing, better offensive flow. You got a more realistic feel of what this team might actually look like regular season hockey is what I felt about game 2. Not to take anything away from the players who played in game 1. I actually think that despite the loss, they did some really good things in game 1 as well. But I just think it was a more realistic NHL roster in game 2.
Dang, I hate this little – man, I got a tough thing here. You know what?
They only allowed 25 shots.
Preds win.
Pretty amazing. And how about the combined shutout between Lankinen and Askarov?
I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Askarov had some good saves, and Lankinen had some good saves as well. But the crowd loved Askarov, definitely.
You can tell the opinion of him whenever he skated out off the bench, and it's just deafening roar.
Yep.
Yeah, a great combined shutout, and it's not like the Panthers were just rolling out scrubs here.
No.
They had Reinhardt out there, they had Bennett out there, they had Chuck out there, they had how about our old friend Nick Cousins?
Yeah, he tried to pick a couple of fights.
He did, and he also got rejected by Yaroslav Askarov, and that was awesome.
Yep.
Askarov was making some good saves too. It's not like they were.
No, he made some tough saves. Mm-hmm. I will say that the Panthers rolled out their tougher part of their lineup in game 1. You saw Ekblad in game 1. You saw Barkov in game 1. You saw Verhaeghe in game 1. Those are 3 of their big time players. And you also saw Sergei Bobrovsky in game 1. That's what you're going to see in preseason games. You're going to see a mixture of different players in the lineup, but you got to feel really good. One, about the goaltending, obviously. And number two, out of game two, you got to feel really good about how a lot of your core players really had a lot of chemistry and they were clicking with each other. So those are my top two takeaways from the second game of this doubleheader.
Yeah, it was obviously the second game was way better, but it's good to see, like you said, some of these guys clicking, getting some chemistry going.
I was wondering where Moritz Seider would go in this draft. He's got all this hype surrounding him as the next coming of the best defenseman to ever walk the face of this earth. I mean, the NHL. I mean, and he deserves it. He's a great defenseman. Yep. He's probably going to win a Vezina or a Norris pretty soon. But
yeah, I had him in my queue, but he was down the line a ways.
The league cannot stop salivating over Moritz Seider. Let's see. Marc-Andre Fleury goes to Liz's team. So Liz has herself two goaltenders. She has herself Saros and Fleury.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, it's my turn. I am too busy talking and flapping my gums. Too busy flapping my gums over here. All right, what do I got to do here? I got to look at my team real quick.
You probably need to take Brent Burns.
No, I need to get a defenseman. I need to get myself
He's a defenseman.
All right, what do I got
Peter
here?
Angelo.
Gosh. Do I want to go with a player that I had last year that did pretty good for me, but he got hurt?
Seth Jones.
Oh, my gosh. I got 25 seconds. This is going way too quick here. Oh, my gosh. We're running low on defensemen here, guys. I waited way too long to get
I haven't picked one. Yeah.
You know what? I am going to go with Miro Heiskanen because I feel like he's a low. I could see Miro Heiskanen being a Norris Trophy finalist this year. I think he's that good.
Yep.
So I'll take Miro Heiskanen.
That's a good pick by you.
I did not take Brett Burns. I did not listen to Rich's advice on Brett Burns. Sorry.
New team. Fresh
how about you take Brett Burns? How about you take him? We'll save you.
I will. You know what? If he's still there, I will take him.
Okay.
Just to spite you.
I think it's very possible he will be.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
his best days are behind him, Rich, and you know that.
They are. But he's got a fresh outlook, new team. So,
always a possibility.
No love for Patrice Bergeron. That's insane. He's one of the better centers in the league. Kevin Fiala. Nobody's wanting to pull the trigger on Kevin Fiala. New team, fresh outlook.
What's my pick now? Wait, who just got – of course.
Kyle just took
Kevin Fiala. I like Kevin Fiala, but I wasn't ready to take that plunge this early in the draft. But it could end up being a great pick for Kyle. So
I think the Kings are going to be legit this year. So
I feel like it was a feast or famine type of pick there. So
it's either going to be a bust or.
Mm-hmm.
But did you see who I got with my first of my two?
Who'd you take?
Connor Hellebuck.
Yeah.
I have two Vezina finalist goaltenders.
You do.
Solid.
I'm also taking a player who some people say can be a Vezina finalist. I'm going with Freddie Anderson, goaltender for the Carolina Hurricanes.
There you go. You
get a lot of points for wins in this league for a goaltender, and I think the Carolina Hurricanes are going to win a lot of games. So,
yep.
I've got my goaltenders set. I'm good there. I don't need to make any more goaltender picks. I'm good. I got Vasilevsky and Freddie Anderson. I think that's a very formidable 1-2 punch in that.
That's a good pick in there.
My team's very different this year. I had Saros as my goaltender last year. I had Forsberg on my team last year.
Mm-hmm.
I have no Preds players yet. Mark Borowiecki might be my only Preds player on this year's team when it's all said and done.
Matt's magnificent team is up next.
He needs to fix his team name. He's got the automated Yahoo name right now.
He does.
What are we hoping to see, guys, in the next preseason game? Let's see. We've got the next game is on Thursday. It says postponed, delayed right now. Are you guys aware of that? I just now
Hurricane.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I guess I should have known that, considering I'm sitting in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
One would think, Chad.
Sorry, guys.
Somebody was posting on Twitter earlier that they were talking about maybe playing the games in Nashville instead.
That would be fair. Just do it, yeah.
Just to get the games played.
In all seriousness here, everyone send out their prayers if you're the praying type, or send out your whatever you do to send good thoughts to people these days. Not just for me because I'm in the middle of it, but definitely for people in the Tampa Bay area, because we're talking about historically really scary stuff. Tampa has not been hit by a direct hurricane in over 100 years. So it's a pretty scary thing. There's a lot of people, even though they live in Florida and you think all Floridians know how to deal with hurricanes, there's a lot of people in this area that have never had to deal with a hurricane like this because it's just very rare to get hit by the coast. I've gotten a lot of really, really just such nice messages from people on social media. Robbie Stanley, Justin Bradford, Boyd, just sending their wishes and thoughts. And I really appreciate all of you back home, this Preds community. This is what you love about our little community of Preds fans, is we all stick up for each other, have each other's backs, and are there for each other. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I am riding it out. I'm on the 7th floor. So I'm not as worried about flooding, but obviously I could lose power. Obviously some things can go wrong. This is my first ever hurricane I've ever had to prep. I've only lived here for 2 months and I'm already having to deal with a hurricane. So yeah.
They're breaking you in the hard way.
Yes. But definitely keep all the people in this area in your thoughts, because it is going to be a very, very hard, rocky couple of days here in Florida. So keep everyone down here in your thoughts for sure. All right. So we are going to stick around for a little bit longer. What do we know what happened to Rich, Kyle? I just realized he's no longer. Internet just went down, which means he's also not going to get to pick. Dang.
I have no clue.
We're having all kinds of technical difficulties here tonight, folks.
Technical difficulties.
It's going to be okay. We will be okay. All right. So what do we got here? We're going to stick around for a little bit longer here. Again, we're recapping the Preds preseason first 2 games, doubleheader against the Florida Panthers. A lot of good things to take away from both games tonight. We've covered a lot of them. Definitely game 2 looked really strong. We got to see Jaroslav Ascara finally play in a real game against another NHL team. We did see him in the prospect showcase. I get that, but this was like in front of the Bridgestone Arena crowd, and the crowd did not disappoint. That crowd is super loud tonight. They gave him a lot of really good love, as they should. Juuso Parssinen, another exciting prospect, scored.
Ooh.
I mean, it's just great. And then we saw some veterans score as well today. Ryan Johansson gets a goal. Philip Forsberg snipes a goal in. Colton Sisson scores today. We're just so happy to have hockey back, everybody. It's so great.
I'm kind of thinking Rich is auto drafting.
I mean,
because he just took Evander Kane and Drew Dowdy.
Ooh, poor Rich. Rich is out. All right, well, it's gonna be his first pick got stolen from him because he couldn't find the button, and then he gets Evander Kane. He's back in now.
I'm so mad right now.
Rich, you just took Evander Kane, buddy. How do you feel?
I did it on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I was like in here and I was using my phone and it's all jacked.
I mean, he is going to score a lot.
He will. I don't care about whatever he did before. It's fantasy. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I also took Drew Dowdy. I don't know if y'all saw that or not. But
we did. Drew Dowdy, he might be way past his prime, but he's still, he's still Drew Dowdy.
I had no defenseman.
You still haven't picked a oh, you had to get one yet.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, so.
Ooh, wow. Kyrou Duchesne.
Kyrou going this late is pretty crazy.
I was hoping he was going to be around for my next round because he was one of them I had.
Matt Duchesne going this late is pretty crazy.
What's wrong with Jason Robertson? Is he hurt?
He wants a new contract.
Yeah, I think it's just really unclear about what's going to happen.
Gotcha.
Which all the articles I've read keep saying, "Oh, it's going to get done. It's going to get done. Don't worry." But it's just like it's dragging on way longer than anyone.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're a Stars fan, you're freaking out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
At least I would be.
Tristan Jarry off the board.
Let me just say, I really like Liz's team, one of our newest teams, Pecosaurus. She's got Nathan McKinnon, Nazem Kadri, Matt Duchene, UC Saros, Marc-Andre Fleury, Jack Eichel. I don't know about that one. And Kuznetsov of the Capitals. So she's making some good picks. I got to give Liz a lot of credit. I really like her team.
She's got all kind of centers, that's for certain.
I think Matt Duchene pick could be a big steal for her.
Now, how do I get back to the players? I clicked on her team.
Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. I am not smart.
Our other newest team is Nikki, which we love Nikki. She's amazing, and she's Joey's Vipers. That's her team name. She's got Draisaitl, Crosby, Gaudreau, Landeskog, Mark Stone, Pavel Buchnevich. She's loaded on forwards. She is loaded on forwards. She might be a little weak at goaltender, though, and she hasn't picked a defenseman yet, but she loaded up on some forwards.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Jason Robertson has finally been picked.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
All right, we're going to stick around for a few more picks here before we send it over to Aaron Sims, radio announcer for the Milwaukee Admirals, for that awesome interview. We'll finish out the draft off air, but
yeah, it's getting down to the slim picking. So
it is, but it's been a fun draft. We did it last year. We wanted to do it again live. We love it. It's always fun. Goaltenders are falling off the board like crazy. 3 picks in a row. Goaltenders: Cam Talbot, Swayman, and Kemper.
And Matt Murray's going to be the man in Toronto. So
yeah, I don't trust Matt Murray at all. I've already got my goaltenders. I'm not worried.
Who took Jack Campbell?
He got picked a while ago. I can't remember who picked him, though.
The Juicers.
I have no idea who I'm going to take next. I'm at the part of the draft where I just take the best player available. Like I don't even worry about positions anymore.
It's kind of,
I've only got one defenseman, though, and that does kind of freak me out a little bit. You know what? I cannot believe this player is still available. And I know the hype gets overblown sometimes.
Don't do it.
I'm taking Trevor Zegras.
Oh.
Man, I had him flagged.
Trevor Zegras. I'm taking that kid. He's only going to get better. I cannot believe he was still available.
You're right.
I feel really good about that pick.
Yeah. You should. It's a good pick.
I mean, he
already had my first one lined up.
The only thing I don't like about that is he plays for Anaheim, and I just don't like the team he's on at all.
Yeah, I mean,
you
can't look at it like that.
I took him way ahead of what most people are picking him at, but I don't care. I think
so. I don't remember what happened. I know he's hurt, but what happened to Pacioretty? Has he got something like seriously wrong? He's going to be out for 8 months or something. Y'all remember?
Pacioretty, didn't he go to the Hurricanes?
Yeah, but then he got hurt. Like something was wrong with him. He had to have surgery. But
I missed that. I don't know. I'm not up to date on all that.
Yeah, he's
Kyle, nice pick. Patrick Laine, nice pick, Kyle. I like that. That's another player I can't believe he's still on the board, honestly.
Yeah, that's who I thought you were going to pick.
No, I like Zegras. All right. I got to figure this out. I think I'm going to go – I got to get myself another defenseman. It's slim pickings right now on defensemen.
You start getting into defensemen here in about the next round.
We're starting to really scrape the bottom of the barrel here. I mean, we got Seth Jones is hanging around, Tony DeAngelo, gross, Klingberg.
You can't.
Brent Burns is still out there. So, yeah. All right, I've got to get a defenseman here because this is getting rough. I'm going to go screw it. I'm going to go with this is another risk here. I'm going Dougie Hamilton.
In New Jersey.
I think he's underrated.
Young team.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets talked about enough. I'll stick with Dougie Hamilton. I like that.
Hey, Kyle, Chad just did the Dougie.
I did just do the Dougie.
Teach me how to Dougie.
All right, we are going to take this segment all the way to Rich's pick, and then we're going to sign off from the live episode and go to our interview. So, Rich, you get to close it out.
Awesome. I get 2.
While you're doing that, I got to tell everyone about our other sponsor, which is DraftKings. DraftKings has been our sponsor for so long. DraftKings makes this podcast possible. And right now, you got to have DraftKings because the NFL season is in full swing, and DraftKings is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. We're talking touchdowns, big plays, and even bigger wins. New customers can bet just $5 on any NFL team to win and get $200 in free bets. Kyle, how did your Bears do? How did the Bears do this past weekend?
Bears.
Did they win? Yeah, they won. They played really bad, but they won.
All right. Well, the Titans finally got a win, so we're off the schneid, which feels good. If that's not enough, $200 in free bets. If that's not enough, everyone can boost their winnings with DraftKings stepped up same game parlays. Right now, for every leg you add, you can boost your winnings up to 100% with payouts bigger than ever. Why bet on football anywhere else? I don't know why you would, honestly. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code THPN to get $200 in free bets if your team wins when you place a $5 bet on any football game. That's code THPN only at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. Please see our show notes below for help on gambling problems and if you need responsible gambling advice. DraftKings, promo code THPN, and Raycon, promo code THPN15. Thank you to our sponsors.
DraftKings, the OG sponsor.
They are the original gangster, right? That's what that stands for?
It is.
I'm not too old. Let's see. Pavelski gets taken. Teravainen. We still got some really good players coming off the board here. I thought about Pietrangelo when I was looking at defensemen. I thought about Pietrangelo, but I took Hamilton. 2 Vegas defensemen go in a row: Theodore and Pietrangelo.
Nope. CJ just took Torrey Krug. It's good.
We have a run on defensemen here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Kyle, Rich, you're almost up, right?
Yep. Liz is going.
Let's see what Liz takes.
And then Justin.
The Juicers. Okay, so Justin changed his name back to the Juicers. That was his team name last year.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, we're going to watch your 2 picks in a row, and then we're going to sign off and get everyone over to that interview with Aaron Sims, a radio announcer for the Milwaukee Admirals.
Yep.
No pressure. Closing out this episode here, Rich.
It's getting to be scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Do you have any idea who you're going to take at this point?
I do. I've got them lined up unless somebody.
Well, that's good.
Liz is got 8 seconds, and then Justin. Liz takes Darnell Nurse.
I thought about him as well.
That's a good pick.
He's another underrated defenseman that I feel like people don't talk about enough.
Mm-hmm. So now up is Justin, and then I go do my 2.
2 picks in a row. That's a nice feeling to have.
If anybody doesn't have a good goaltender, Elvis Merzlikins is still out there.
I feel pretty good with my 2. I'm not worried about goaltender anymore.
I'm up.
Oh, here we go. What's Rich going to do?
I am going to take. Where's he at? Let's just go back to this.
Justin Gambino takes Alexis Lafreniere. I think that's a decent pick.
I'm telling you, I'm on the Lafreniere. I still think the Rads are going to be good.
Rich takes Dubois for Winnipeg.
Dubois.
It's just a fun name to say.
It is a fun name. That's why I like it.
Rasmus Dahlin.
He takes Dahlin. All right. Rich, that might be a steal for you there.
Maybe. We'll see.
Because his average pick on Yahoo is 81, and you took him at 97.
Yep.
So, all right, everybody. We appreciate you watching along with all of our draft shenanigans. Yeah, shenanigans, like Farva says in Super Troopers. I watched that movie the other night. That's probably why I said shenanigans.
I need to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Oh, my God, it's so funny.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah, that's probably why I used that term. But anyway, that's what this show is. Half the time is just shenanigans. But thank you, everybody, for watching live on our YouTube channel. Subscribe below. We appreciate every subscriber. And also watching on Twitter, hit the follow button at Catfish Ice. The full episode will be posted later tonight on all podcast platforms. And we've got your interview coming up with Aaron Sims, radio announcer for the Milwaukee Admirals, coming right up. Thanks, everybody. This is episode 147, brought to you by DraftKings and Raycon with Chad Minton, Rich Howe, and Kyle Perkins. The Predators have opened the preseason with 2 pretty strong performances overall. So we're excited that hockey's back. Have a great week, everybody. Stay safe. We will see you next week for a brand new episode.
Have a good one.
Bye-bye.